Why does my chicken look like pork? It's been 37 years since I last visited Japan. Terry never has. Just a few years ago, we tried getting her a Japanese visa in Manila when she was still traveling with her Philippines passport. Well, we caught us an Uber ride at Terminal 3, and we're heading to the Japanese embassy. But it proved to be an exercise in futility, with mounds of paperwork and just way too many hoops. So we put it off, until now. Now, because she holds a U.S. passport, and is pretty much travel at will, pretty much anywhere. We first traveled to Manila, and after an overnight layover there, we connected with our flight to Nagoya. United Airlines flies directly to Japan from Guam, but the price was much more expensive than taking the two-legged route through Manila. While in Manila, we managed to kill much of the day at Mall of Asia, and the rest of the day we entertained ourselves at Shakey's Pizza. Back in 1979, when I was stationed in Guam, I jumped aboard a space-available military flight to Atsugi, Japan. It was the first country I'd ever visited outside the United States. While I thought Guam was a real eye-opening experience for me, Japan completely blew my mind. It was, after all, the Far East. Back in those days, I don't remember seeing any English anywhere, especially on the train platforms where my only clue was the color of the train route itself. Red line, green line, yellow line, etc. In those days, you either read kanji or you didn't have a clue about where you were going or what you were doing. Once we arrived in Japan, I was pleased to see that there was much more English posted on signs and businesses, and it made things a little more understandable. But now we had an advantage. Our friends who traveled with us spoke Japanese, and with the help of a language translator app on my phone, things went pretty smoothly. Alright, explain that to me. What do you call it?
This is called an inu yarai. So it's the literal translation is to prevent dogs from coming.
Dog proof.
Yeah, it's from, no, I said coming, didn't I? Sorry about that. That's from dogs from peeing on the, to the side, coming too close to the wall.
Upon clearing the airport, we picked up our rental car, and our first stop was the Aeon Mall. After 11 years living in the tropics, we definitely needed to get outfitted for the cold weather ahead during our stay. We meandered through the mall and did some shopping and had some lunch.
It's like a hostess, but here the hostess is.
What is this here?
Oh, here's the pet store. It might be the pet store.
I want some food. What do you drink? Water? Yeah. You need some water? Yeah. You're happy? Oh my goodness.
Look at the bunk beds.
Oh my god, you have all this kind of room.
Look at that. Isn't that amazing how much room they give them? Short legs. Short legs. The pet store dog and cat displays here were like nothing we had ever seen before. There's so much carrying along with the space provided to allow these animals to live comfortably in captivity until adopted, or in this case, sold. They're pretty much everywhere. Oh, here's an H&M. We later drove around Nagoya for a bit and made our way to the historic Nagoya Castle. It's one of the country's most iconic and significant castles, known for its imposing architecture and rich cultural heritage. We're here at the Nagoya Castle. I understand it dates back about maybe 400 to 500 years, 400 maybe. But this is the outer moat.
Third or fourth, fifth moat. I think 5 moats.
There's five moats around this castle. This would be the outer moat. Let's figure out where we're at here. I think we're right here. And we've got to go all the way up to there. Nagoya Castle. And we got a ways to go. The sun is shining. I can feel the heat, feel the warmth. It's not that bad out this morning. It's about 45 maybe, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Not too shabby for this tropical guy. I bet this is absolutely beautiful in the summer, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, the summer sumo tournament is held here.
That's a super bonsai tree. Blue sky.
We get small picture for free. There's no charge.
Originally built in the early 17th century, it has undergone various reconstructions due to fires and bombings during World War II. The current reconstruction, completed in 1959, combines traditional design with modern materials. The castle complex includes several structures such as the main keep, towers, gates, and surrounding stone walls. Inside the castle there are exhibitions and artifacts that describe Japan's feudal history going back several hundred years. The castle stands as a symbol of resilience and preservation and architectural splendor. After roaming around the castle grounds, it was time to find our hotel for the night before heading north to Matsumoto the next morning. Most hotel lobbies display any amenities that you might need for your stay, and it can include anything from coffee and tea to toothbrushes and toothpaste, and you just take what you need before heading up to your room. One hotel we stayed at even had an assortment of ice popsicles for your enjoyment. Nobody can ever say that you don't get your money's worth in a hotel room in Japan. They've got everything. They've got coffee, they've got lotions, they've got everything. They got cable charger for your phone, they got hair dryer, they got television with adult channels. It's a small room, but man, loaded with amenities. It's got a humidifier, you've got charging station here, headlight with clock, and it's got a massage chair. Can't complain about this little room. And the shower is awesome. I think for most anyone visiting Japan for the first time, probably the most intriguing thing is the Japanese toilet. I know that might sound weird, but with all the features, it sure can be a spoiling adventure. I actually counted about 15 features on one hotel toilet during our stay, and yes, I pushed all the buttons in order to experience one of Japan's glorious wonders. Later that afternoon, we took to the streets of Nagoya and later found ourselves below ground in a subway station. We decided to hop a train to see where it would take us, and as luck would have it, it dropped us off in the neighborhood where we found a cool little wine bar where we fasted on some heavy hors d'oeuvres with a little wine and some craft beers. You guys killed 2 bottles of wine already? Wow.
Show me the way to
Wow.
go.
We've been here a while, haven't we? Then it was back to the hotel, where I just had to investigate the hotel's public bath. When in Japan, one of the amenities at this hotel was the public bath. Traditionally, public bathhouses, known as sento in Japanese, have been a traditional part of Japanese culture for centuries. While their popularity has somewhat declined due to the widespread availability of private baths in private homes, they still hold a special place in Japanese society. They also served as social hubs where people could relax and socialize with neighbors. When visiting a sento, there are some etiquette rules that need to be followed, such as washing thoroughly before entering the communal baths, keeping quiet, and not bringing towels into the baths. With the rise of home bathing facilities, the popularity of sento has declined. However, in recent years, there has been a resurgence of interest in traditional culture, leading to efforts to preserve and revitalize sento. Some modern sento now offer additional amenities such as massages, cafes, or even art exhibitions to attract customers. I just needed a hot bath. When I visited, there was nobody there, so I took full advantage of the hot pool and did some relaxing. The next morning, we would head north to Matsumoto in the Nagano prefecture in the central Chubu region of Japan, where we would visit the Matsumoto Castle before heading north into the Japanese Alps, where we would try our hand at some skiing. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss the next installment of our Japan adventure. And as always, thanks for watching. A huge thanks to all our Patreons, who without your support, this channel would not be possible. For real-time updates, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X. And always remember, never give up on a dream. And we'll see you next time.